Donald Trump, becomes sworn in because the 47th President of the USA on January 2, 2002. 5 in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda, followed by way of a sequence of grand inaugural balls at the same time as the occasion became historical. Now, not all of the fashion pics had been without a respectable dress code. Visitors interpreted elegance and wildly extraordinary and sometimes questionable approaches be part of us as we ruin down the maximum memorable misses from the occasion. These are the worst dressed at Trump's 5 inauguration. 10. Usha Vance, perhaps the worst dressed at Trump's 2025 inauguration, became Usha Vance, wife of Vice President J.D. Vance, who made her debut as second girl in an outfit that left all of us scratching their heads. Usha opted for a pale pink Oscar Dira coat, however. In preference to coming off as polished and sophisticated, the appearance was uncomfortably harking back to a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. The dependent coat featured a excessive collar-scarf hybrid that seemed determined to take center level, and not in an excellent manner. The exaggerated neckline swallowed her elegant capabilities, leaving the relaxation of the outfit to drown in its overwhelming shadow. Even as the blush suede knee-high boots and matching clutch tried to tie the look collectively, the overall vibe screamed over-designed. Even her tasteful floral rings could not store this one, to be fair. Usha usually nails her fashion choices. In fact, she'd became to Oscar Dira before for her public appearances and her song Document, with the clothier changed into Stable. However, this time, the mixture of the coat's bubblegum hue and its bulky, awkward collar just did not paintings as a minimum. According to a few people, critics say that it turned into as though a person took a perfectly correct design and decided to feature a bit too much the whole lot. Social media wasn't tight. Both some compared the outfit to a 1980s bridesmaid get-dressed long past rogue, while others joked that she gave the impression of she'd been wrapped in red fondant. And allows be sincere, with all of the excessive profile figures in attendance, the bar for fashion becomes set high, and Usha's look fell flat. Curiously, Usha redeemed herself the night before at a black-tied dinner hosted at the National Gallery of Art. She wore a lovely custom black velvet robe. Additionally, by way of Oscar de Lara, that featured cascading floral info and a sweetheart neckline, it became elegant, understated, and exactly what you'll anticipate from someone in her function. Unluckily, the Inauguration Day coat is what humans will bear in mind. 9. Melania Trump. Some critics seem to suppose that a number of the worst dressed at Trump's 2001 election, some shook their heads. And said at the moment 25 inauguration became none aside from former First Lady Melania Trump, recognized for her ambitious style statements from time to time. Lovely, every now and then head-scratching, Melania's choice for the event leaned firmly toward the latter this time, her wide-brimmed hat paying homage to an oversized UFO stole the SP spotlight. And now, not in an amazing way, Melania donned a army blue coat by Adam Lippis, which on its very own might have been an fashionable, understated preference. But it was the white ribboned hat by using Eric Javits that launched 1,000 memes. The hat's massive brim solid a shadow so dramatic that it nearly wished its personal lights group. The hat additionally proved to be a logistical nightmare during the rite. It managed to outshine her husband's cap. Legacy making headlines for all the wrong reasons, even the maximum mundane moves like receiving a kiss from Donald or chatting with now former President Joe Biden was comedic choreography. Air kisses and sidestepping became the unintended amusement of the event. To make matters worse, the hat nearly failed to make it. Javits needed to whip up a second model, and just 4 days after weather mishaps ruined the primary one, consider speeding to recreate a chunk of headwear that ended up resembling a satellite TV for PC dish. Even as Melania's previous inauguration seems like her 2017 powder blue Ralph Lauren coat were lauded, this navy ensemble lacked that identical magic. Possibly it changed into the absence of considerate balance, or the over-the-pinnacle accessory overshadowing her herbal splendor. Sure, her bone shape is impeccable, however. Even that couldn't save her from the wrath of the internet in the long run. Melania's outfit might be remembered not for its sophistication, however, for its uncanny capability to spark limitless laughter, and comparisons maybe next time. Less is extra 8. Lauren Sanchez, ever the spotlight stealer, made waves at Trump's 2025 inauguration, but now not for the reasons she was hoping. The fiancé of Amazon mogul Jeff Bezos turned heads and raised eyebrows by way of displaying up in a daring white Alexander McQueen blazer, with not anything, however, lace undies below. Yes, you heard that right, lingerie, at a presidential inauguration. While Lauren's ambitious style typically garners applause, this time the response become extra. What became she thinking then? Wow, sure. The dependent blazer screamed sophistication, however. Pairing it with slightly their lace changed into a preference higher acceptable for a date night, no longer an ancient political occasion. In fact, she'd worn the equal ensemble at some point of a December 2024 night, time out with Bezos in New York City, wherein it labored flawlessly. However, at an inauguration, not so much. Critics have been brief to pounce, calling the look inappropriate and out of touch with the occasion. Social media wasn't kind either. Remarks like, "magnificence can't be offered and absolutely out of line," flooded the net. 1657 with strappy pointed toast OS lacked the drama and glamour one might assume for one of these high-profile second Adams. Clever, she tried to raise the look with diamond dangling earrings and glowing jewelry, but even the bling couldn't distract from the Get Dressed's underwhelming layout. The roaching, even as diffused, gave the Get Dressed a barely dated vibe. Assume early 2000s promenade in place of the 2025 inauguration. Social media route had plenty to mention. Some praised her for keeping it understated, even as others could not help but feel that the outfit became a missed opportunity. That stated automobile's presence and overall performance carried the moment. It is clean. Her focus was on the importance of the event, and her AC Cappella rendition reminded every person why she's a rustic tune icon. But in terms of fashion, there's usually room for development. A ambitious color or a greater striking silhouette may want to have transformed her into a showstopper. Whilst her understated choice may have been intentional, it left many questioning why her look failed to fit the power of her voice. 1. Hillary Clinton. Subsequent on our list of favor misses at Trump's 2008-25 inauguration is Hillary Clinton, the previous First Lady and Secretary of State, arrived at the right alongside her husband, Bill Clinton, each decked out in blue. While their united the front changed into clear, Hillary's outfit failed to pretty land the strength assertion she might have been aiming for. Hillary wore a deep royal blue pants matched through Stella McCartney, paired with an identical coat adorned with a piece on ear brooch by using an hand the brooch, a gold dove flying over a globe, become a considerate nod to unity and diplomacy, but it wasn't enough to save the look. The ensemble felt a bit too heavy-handed with its symbolism, as if Hillary had been trying to squeeze all of the hopes and goals of the Democratic Party into one outfit. The coat itself was custom-made and embroidered with floral details, but instead of including elegance, the embellishment clashed with the streamlined simplicity of the pants. Healthy, the unmarried top button at the coat also gave it an ungainly silhouette, leaving it searching less like a electricity fit and extra like something borrowed from a vintage political gown closet. To her credit, Hillary caught to her signature style. She's never been one for overly fussy appears, and the royal blue did make a statement, but the execution lacked polish and the overall effect leaned extra over-prepared. School primary than former Secretary of Country. What is your take on the idea of having no legitimate get-dressed code for a proper event like a presidential inauguration? Might you hold it or trade it? Allow us to know in the feedback and subscribe to our channel for extra